The Bronze Age in Total War is finally here. I have got to say that for 1 second, not even for 1 second, not even for 1 minute, that I am seriously and tremendously happy that we're getting a game in the Bronze Age era. Again, we had Troy of course, but now we have Egypt. And now with Egypt, there is the possibility of giving us a whole full age Bronze Age experience. Now, this game is definitely going to include areas of Cannan. It will give us Cannan and Anatolia, which, while I'm happy with, I would definitely like to point out that we do need Mesopotamia. We need the ancient Assyrian Empire. We need the ancient Babylonian Empire. This game will focus on the collapse of the Bronze Age at some point. It definitely has to be, and as you can see from the awesome trailer here, there is some great things happening. In fact, I can call this trailer, this event that's happening right now, is perhaps Ramesses against the Sea Peoples, and the Sea Peoples are invading Egypt, and he is leading his forces to defend his homeland. So I say let's go and have it. Total War Pharoah does seem to be going on the historical side for now. It is, according to Creative Assembly, an historical Total War game. But I wonder, with the Mythos update for Troy, will we get something similar in the near future? And why shouldn't we get that as well? And I'm loving the look of the environments. This game just gives me Assassin's Creed Origins vibes. I can just definitely tell a lot of the assets, a lot of the artwork, it's inspired from Assassin's Creed Origins, which itself was a love letter to ancient Egypt. But that's just my personal thought. It would seem, of course, that the ancient Egyptians, who of course time traveled into Rome Total War eras and was in Warhammer's era as well, is now finally back at its roots. And in a way, it does feel good. It feels great. I want Bronze Age content because the Bronze Age, listen, if you've read the Bible, pretty much everything that is within the Old Testament has been inspired from the Bronze Age. You know, Moses, Exodus, the 12 Commandments, Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, who also was the king of Babylon that got mad. You know what I mean? Assyria. All of these things come in the Bible, in the Old Testament. So everything that is, let's say, fundamental to Western civilization today, even to the world, comes from the Bronze Age. You know, even we, like I have an Indian background, we had Mohenjo-daro as an example, right? So there's so much history being written here. So I really want this game to be a success, and let's make it one. I have absolutely no doubt that many of the factions will have their bonuses, etc. We could also be going down straight to Kush, but I have to argue again, ancient Mesopotamia, CA, you have to add it. Don't limit. Give us the whole Bronze Age experience. Let me lead my Egyptian army from Memphis and let me besiege it all the way to the gates of ancient Babylon itself, to the huge ziggurat city. Because if we get that, that is seriously going to be the best experience in Total War history. I want this game to be absolutely epic. I want this game not only to take a bold approach, I want it to completely reinterpret everything so far that's been in Total War. Now, reinterpret in the sense that it gives Total War that edge, that it says that Total War is back. Total War is feeling awesome. Total War is feeling magnificent, and that's what I want to feel with Pharaoh, because this is the dream game that I've been wanting for a very long time. I am a little disappointed that we are only limited to Anatolia and Cannan, but in the near future, because it says, let's say, to the expanse of the Bronze Age, to the collapse of the Bronze Age, we will get Mesopotamia. It is vital that Mesopotamia comes in this game. And here's something as well. The quote says, "As the great rise, the greatest will fall." So in Total War Pharoah, you will immerse yourself in ancient Egypt at the zenith of its power, and experience the dramatic events that threaten its destruction. So I wonder if this will go from the old kingdom to the new kingdom. That's what I'm wondering. How many years of history, of Egyptian history, are we going to be covering here? You know? And we also have a chaos-style threat from Warhammer, as in. So, you rise above your adversaries to become Egypt's last great pharaoh, and then you stand against the collapse of the iconic civilization, that is the Sea Peoples. So the Sea Peoples represent that type of form of chaos that is currently right there, right now. And of course, this is a vibrant recreation of the Bronze Age collapse. So you're going to face societal disarray, natural disasters, fight to protect your people against wave of invaders. Now this is sounding very good. I'm also liking that within the battles, now the battles are going to be the real strength or the real weakness. They have to be strong, they have to hit somewhere. Somewhere in the middle where it just feels right. You'll have, of course, sudden and dramatic shifts in weather, torrential rain, sandstorms, battles can become engulfed in flames, there might be more siege escalation, which is really nice. I am liking the look of the Egyptian cities so far. I'm liking them. I do think that it could be more dense. I would rather have less empty spaces within the cities. I would rather have a more dense city environment. And I want to see that the most unique cities in this time period, alright, let's say Memphis, let's say Thebes, they have to be different. They have to be large, they have to be really expensive. They have to literally be really good. Because when you see Warhammer 3 style of, let's say, the Tomb King city, that's more dense. So I want more that dense environment. The screenshots look great, but we need more dense environments. We don't want. I know it's being done for AI pathfinding in the sense that it will make it easier for the AI to navigate city to city. But we have to have more dense urban blocks within the custom cities themselves. Now, of course, you can have 8-player factions. Alright, you can be the Hittites, you can be the Pharaoh, and you can also be the Canaanites. I also assume that there will be different cultures as well. I do wish that the battles feel a bit more epic, more slower, more tactical. That will be really appreciated. You of course will see a vibrant recreation of ancient Egypt in its power, and from the fertile banks of the river Nile to the wind-swept arid deserts of the Sinai Peninsula and the mountain crags of ancient Anatolia, this magnificent visual will bring the beauty and brutality of Egypt's most tumultuous era to life. I like this. This seems good. This seems really good. I'm liking it. There's some good areas. And of course, while there is 2-player co-op, right now I assume that in the future we will get another additional 2-player co-op. So at least we'll get 4-player co-op at some point. And of course, we have this customized campaign. So you determine how you can play with lots of customization options, random starting positions, detailed resource settings, ability to toy with natural disasters, and much more. Okay, that sounds good. I would also suggest that a photo mode be added for Total War Pharoah. A photo mode has to be added. That's number 1. Number 2, the custom cities also have to feel more dense, more urban environment. That's what I really want to see. Number 3, that the capital cities within this game all feel unique and distant. So if I see Memphis, it's got to be different. It has to have multi-layered tiers. I want to see something like that. I want to see it big as Troy. You know? And we're also going to be getting, because now that there are standard editions, dual editions, and dynasty editions, of course standard edition it will be not much. The standard edition will have your faction pack and your soundtrack, and the dynasty edition will also have 3 faction packs and a campaign pack DLC. So I really want to see what comes with this campaign pack DLC, because I'm still saying we need ancient Mesopotamia. We need it. And I'm not. If we get 8 factions on launch plus another 3 and a campaign pack DLC, I'm not really sure what it could be. My bets are hinting maybe towards Kush, maybe towards, let's say, maybe adding Greece, or maybe we're getting ancient Mesopotamia. We need ancient Mesopotamia. I need Gilgamesh. I need all those factions. So if you're a lover of the Bronze Age period, if you love this, listen, we have to make the Bronze Age period successful. We really have to, because if we don't make it successful, Not many people are even going to look at this time period. We have to make it successful in some form or fashion. But it's up to you at the end of the day, of course, how you're going to see this game, we'll see. Look, I'm loving it. I think this game can have really great potential. We need things like this to succeed at some point. The Bronze Age period is looking really awesome. I just want now to... And I need a mythological mode. I know many people will be against it, but when Troy has a mythos update at some point, you have to have a mythological approach. And I will not stop arguing for it. I will not stop arguing for it. Even if it never gets implemented, doesn't matter. But I will not stop arguing for ancient Mesopotamia as well. You have Anatolia, you have Cannan, but you need Mesopotamia. I know I'm going on like a broken record, but tell me you don't want to besiege the great cities of Babylon and Nivenh. Tell me you don't want to besiege them and feel like, wow, these are really great cities. We have got to get it, guys. We need this. This game looks great. Let's... I say this as a lover of the Bronze Age period. You know, I want to see more information. I want to see what we get. So let's see. So, don't forget to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. And when more information comes, hopefully something really good, then I'll be able to showcase it at some point. Alright, now, I think it's uncertain right now, but let's see what this game will deliver.